American in Distress. Stay a little further away from the microphone on this one. I haven't gotten my email in 4 or 5 months. Too damn depressed all the time. So I have no idea if I got any feedback on any of these videos. But it's midway through the Sabbath, a little more than midway. So I'm going to start with the heavy stuff and go down to the lighter stuff. This morning, there's no news, so of course I'm going to make my own. Now, I've been thinking lately. I'm always thinking. As a matter of fact, a person told me the other day, if I watched more TV, I wouldn't think so much. And I agreed. Yes, that's true. Now, I've been thinking about this, though, because of a lot of reasons. And we were made in God's image. We are taught to believe in our religious training. And this is a little... I just Googled God's image and made in God's image and see what came up. I read a few of these. They're not really worth reading, any of them. But you can check it out for yourself and just think about this. Every one of these, it talks about how we were made in God's image. Likeness. We look like God. God made us to look like Him. You know, that is the most self-centered thought that I don't even how this was even interpreted to be a thought that we were made to look like God. That's such idiotic because we're so self-centered we can't see any further than the mirror that we look at all day to look how beautiful we look like. We're so beautiful. Man, we're made in God's image. Every one of these, most people teach you when you're in your religious training, they taught me this, that we were made in God's image. We were made to look like God. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. God made Adam in his intellect. Yahweh is knowledge. When the Father made, our Father, Yahweh, made Adam, He made him in the image, His image. For what purpose? Now this is another thing people don't even really talk about too much. Or they give you the wrong ideas. The purpose, you ask somebody, you know, well, what's man's purpose in life here? What's our purpose here? Because everybody's always wondering, what's our purpose? What's the higher power? What are we supposed to do? And it's simple. It's simple. Ask somebody that, and they'll tell you all about how they're supposed to spread the word of God, or they're supposed to do this or that, blah, 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 make things better. You know, God made Adam to watch over the earth, to take care of the animals, to make sure the earth ran smoothly. Adam was probably a super genius. He would probably make Einstein look like a kindergartner. God is all-encompassing knowledge, from the tiniest molecule to the largest black hole, you know, or star, superstar out there. No, I'm not talking about superstar as a human. I'm talking about the huge, giant, you know, star. The very smallest molecule to the biggest, and everything in between that, because there's more. There's always more. It's knowledge, all-encompassing knowledge, omnipotent. And this was installed inside a man, Adam. He didn't look like God. We don't look like God. People are so goddamn self-centered. You know, we look like God. They're idiots. It was knowledge. And if you think we still have this knowledge, we don't. Look, we're dumb. We're stupid. We lost the knowledge. We lost the Word of God. We lost the knowledge because we quit taking care of the planet. We are not doing what we're supposed to do. We are doing the exact opposite. We are destroying the planet. And now we're destroying the planet at supersonic speed. What are you doing, Lucy? My cat's over there. The livestock. I fed them already this morning. They're looking to go out and graze, but man, it's like 30 degrees outside and it's miserable. Okay. We were made in God's image. But we don't look like God. He didn't make us to look like Him. He made us He gave us His intellect. That's why it says we will make Him in our image. It means we will give Him our intellect so He can take care of the earth. He can, I mean, the first thing Yahweh asked Him to do was to go out and name the animals. Right? Name them and take care of them. It's more than just naming them. It was, you know, categorizing them and name and, you know, and doing everything, studying these animals. Adam was a super genius. He was super genius. That's why he was so revered and renowned for generations and generations and generations, and we have forgotten that. He was a super genius. He knew everything God knew. He had God's intellect. But we're removed from that. We're 180 degrees going another direction. We're going the dumb way. You know, the angels that fell, they're teaching us to be dumbed down. They don't want us to know this truth. And people that have all this religious training and even academic training, it just makes you a better patsy to implement the plan. And you do. But the thing is, you can't blame people. They don't know. People don't know. And look, the cosmos now. Some of these are some pretty, like, you know, some of this new age religion crap. But you know, this is some pictures of the cosmos. I just Googled this up. God was knew all the knowledge, everything about this, to the smallest molecule here on Earth that we can't even see with our most powerful microscope yet. All encompassing. We used to own that intellect until we started following the other way, the easier path, and we lost it. Now we're just stupid and dumbed down and highly gullible. Now, this is what's really bothering me too. Knowing that. Now, all this abortion clinic stuff is happening right now, and you think, well, great, they're closing down the abortion clinics in a few states, and all this other stuff, and they ought to. But the thing is, what made the abortion clinics be necessary in the first place, or the usage of all these day after pills, and which I did look into, and the scientists really don't even know how they work. But they don't abort the baby. Once it's attached to the cell of the uterus, it's all over with. But it probably causes birth defects. Okay, so get into that later. But you gotta look at the effect. You gotta inspect the element. The element is we have sex in media. Sex has always, from many years ago, it's been used to sell products, and now it's sucking our kids in the sex and media. This is, look, it starts at such a young age, and then and they're having sex at 12 and 15 and 14. Now they need birth control, and they need all these chemicals, more chemicals that they got to put in their radiated bodies. Little developing cells and little developing minds. It's crazy. We created this environment, and then when things like this happen, the abortion clinics, the birth controls, the sex out, children having babies, or all this crap. It's sex. We push it on the kids. We push it on the kids at a very young age. And this is all about making money. And you know who's making money? The investors. Who's the investors? Probably you're sitting in the pews with them right now. The war investors, the war machine investors, the sex investors. We have to stop it at the root, man. You can't just, you don't just fix the symptom. You gotta fix the problem. And we're so used to just putting the band-aid over and making the symptom go away, but we don't fix the problem. Well, I rant on that. One more thing. Kerry. John, what's his name? Kerry? Fucking Kerry. He's a dick. Oh, an asshole. My God. But this is pretty funny. And you can Google this. I just Googled Kerry's pushes peace deal between Turkey and Israel. And this is a big thing. This is a very, very big thing. This deal will probably go through. Now, the Palestinians are going to be the key to making this work, but it won't work. It won't work. It's impossible for it to work. Now, I don't have a map available here, but Israel is down here. And if you look directly north of Israel, past Lebanon, Syria, you hit Turkey, right smack in the middle. I talked about Leviathan. I talked about the oil pipeline that's going to bypass Cyprus and Lebanon. People, one person watches this, and one person looks it up, because I don't give a shit. This shit just comes to me, and I look it up, and then I'm thinking, my God. And everything you see is going to be a distraction. everything. Don't let things distract you, because that's what they're designed to do. You know, you watch the news, there's no news, none. The important stuff is not talked about. They give us little distractions, you know, what's that country over there now, Korea, Iran, you know, all these countries, and look what we've done. It's been, we make a huge mistakes and bombing countries and killing people, and then we kind of sweep it under the rug and forget about it. We go to another one. It's all smoke and mirrors. We have to look at the real, what's really going on in the world. And a lot of people are, but it's hard to get all of it. There's so much, man. And you say, well, why should I know this stuff? Why do I need to know it? How does it affect my life? Because we are told to seek the truth. All these religious people, they say, oh, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me. It's not going to affect my life. The Christ incarnate, God incarnate, Christ, who walked this earth, told us to search for the truth. But then we don't do anything that we were told. Nothing. We don't protect the earth. We don't do anything. There's a few people that do, and God bless them. Be like one of them. You got to get out of the system. Get out of the system. Stop supporting it. Stop killing the earth, man. That's the most important thing. All right. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Duck out.